Hi guys. Today is Thursday. We are talking about finding the vertex of a quadratic function. Yesterday we talked about identifying when we have a minimum or a maximum given the graph. And today we're going to figure out how to find what that vertex is if we're given the equation. Okay? So first off, Tuesday in your extension assignment, we learned how to identify what the AX, BX, and C is, how to find the A, the B, C, and the AC. That's going to be important for today's lesson. So if you haven't watched that video, I'd go watch that video, or if you're not sure how to do that, I would go check out Tuesday's video, okay? So the formula to find the vertex is if we have it in general form, f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, is h equals negative b2a. H is just a fancy way of saying that that is the x value, okay? K is just that value plugged into the equation, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do an example here. I have this example right here. I've got 4x squared plus 4x minus 24 equals 0. So I have negative b2a and f of negative b over 2a. That's my formula. Okay, that's going to give me my coordinate pair for the vertex. So the very first thing I need to do, number one, label the A, B, C, and AC. Okay, so I need to go ahead and find the A, the B, the C, and the AC. So A is going to equal 4, B is going to equal 4, and C is going to equal negative 24, and AC is going to be 4 times negative 24, which is negative 296. Okay? Now I have the information I need to go ahead and solve this. So I'm going to say H, because that's the X value of my coordinate, that's this, is equal to negative B over 2A. I need to plug in my A and my B into this problem. So I have 4, negative 4, because this is a positive and this says negative right here, over 2 times 4. So negative 4 over 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is going to give me 8, and I have negative 4 up top. So negative 4 divided by 8, if I go ahead and simplify that, it's going to be negative 1/2 or negative 0.5. Okay? So that gives me this. So I have my first answer. And I'll do that in yellow. My answers will be in yellow. So I have negative 0.5 is my x. I need to go ahead and find now, what color have I not used? We'll use black. I need to find my k. So my k is, I'm going to go ahead and take this x, what I just found, and plug it into the equation. So I have 4, and I'm going to put negative 0.5 squared plus 4 times negative 0.5 minus 24, okay, equals, and we don't know what that's going to equal to yet. So the key thing here, and this is what I suggest, is go ahead and pull up that Desmos calculator, and we'll use that Desmos calculator to give us what the square is, because it's kind of hard to figure out right off the top of our heads. So you can go ahead and plug all of this right into Desmos if you want to, or you can take it step by step. We're going to take it step by step. So I'm going to plug in negative 0.5 squared, and that's going to give me negative 0.25. So I have 4 times negative 0.25. And that's my bad. It's actually going to be a plus. Make sure to put them in parentheses when you plug them into Desmos. Plus negative 0.5 times 4 is going to give me negative 2 minus 24 equals, okay, 4 times 0.25 is going to give me 1, so 1 minus 2 minus 24, and 1 minus 2 minus 24 is negative 25, and so my answer is going to be negative 0.5 and negative 25, okay, that's it. Simple, simple, simple. We're going to go ahead and try out 2 more problems. 2 more problems. Give me 1 second. We're going to do this first one, 2x squared minus 11x plus 14. So, step number 1 was label the A, the B, the C, and the AC. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll do that in black. So A for A, we're looking at this problem right here, is going to be 2. B is going to be negative 11. And C is going to be 14. Okay, and then my AC is going to be 2 times 14, which is 28. All right, so I've got that labeled. Step 2 is going to be plugging in the values into my formula. All right, and if you don't remember the formula, it was negative b over 2a as my x, and then f of negative b over 2a is my y. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that step, and I'll do that in blue here. So in this case my b is negative, so I'm going to have negative 11 over 2 times 2. Now, a negative times a negative is a positive, so we're going to have 11 over 4, and that's going to give me a decimal, and this is where the graphing calculator, the Desmos calculator, is going to be useful. I have 11 divided by 4, and that's going to give me 2.75. Okay, so 2.75 is going to be my, and this time I'll do it this way, is going to be my x. So 2.75 is my x. Now we're going to go ahead and find step 3, plug my x into the equation. Okay, so I'm going to do this one in, we'll just do it in green. Okay, so I'm going to plug this 2.75 back into this equation. So I'm going to have 2 times 2.75 squared minus 11 times 2.75 plus 14. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just go to my Desmos calculator. 2.75 squared is going to give me 7.5625. So 2 times 7.25625 minus, and then we'll figure out what 11 times 2.75 is. That's 30.25 plus 14. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 2 times 7.25625. That's going to give me 14.5125 minus 30.25 plus 14. And then I can just type that whole thing into Desmos and it'll give me a result. So I have 14.5125 minus 30.25 plus 14 is going to give me negative 1.7375. Okay. All right, so what I want is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take this, we're going to round to this decimal place because that's what our other answer is. So we're going to have negative 1.74 because it's a 7, so we're going to round up. And that would be our answer, 2.75 and negative 1.74. All right, we're going to do one more together. So our formulas are negative b over 2a. and f of negative b over 2a. Okay, there's our formula. We just did that one, so we're going to do this one. All right, first step is, label our A, our B, our C, and our AC. Okay, so our A in this case is we don't have a number right in front, so we're going to have a 1. We're going to have a 2 here, and this is going to be negative 63, and then 1 times negative 63 is negative 63. Okay, what's our step 2? Right, we're going to go ahead and plug in the b and a values into the formula for our x. So go ahead and do that in yellow. We're going to have negative 2 over 2 times 1. Negative 2 over 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Okay, so that's our first answer, and I'll put these in red. All right, what do we do next? Right, we're going to go ahead and plug this negative 1 into this equation. So we're going to have, everywhere we have an x, we're going to put a 1, so 1 squared plus 2 times 1 minus 63. Okay, we can go ahead and use the Desmos calculator and plug it in. 1 squared, I know off the top of my head, is just 1, plus 2 times 1 is 2, minus 63. Okay, if I go ahead and I type that into my Desmos calculator, or I go ahead and do 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 minus 63 is 60. So my answer is going to be negative 160. Okay. If you need any more help, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, go ahead and use this information that we just learned. The formula is given. There's a picture of it in your Google Forms for today's lesson. And the answer to your question for your Google form for the guided practice is step number 1 is to label my A, my B, my C, and my AC. Okay. And then step number 2. Step number 1 is label A, B, C, and AC. And let me go back and I can just show you the steps again. Step number 2, this is the second question, plugging in the values into my formula. Okay. And step number 3 is plugging the x that I found from my formula into the equation. Okay. So those are your answers to those questions. I'm going to pause here and let you go ahead and type them, or just go ahead and pause the video so that way you can type those into your answers to the guided practice. And I hope you all have a nice day.